Okay, now inside, I just want to show you how this looks. Now, this could go, if I wanted to, the way it is, but to go in and make it more customized, I can go in and crop photos. Now, all you need to do, like I wanted this to get rid of this white on the top and the bottom. Just click on the photo. Now, here's a toolbar that pops up across the top of things we can do with these marketing materials. So what I want to do with this one is actually hit the crop button. And if you worked on flyers before, you will see it's very similar to how it gives you the right proportions. So we can make it a little bit smaller and center that, and then hit the crop image. And what I had suggested before as well, when you're taking photos, try and take them as far away as you can. That way you have the options of cropping things. Some people get really tight with their photos, especially the front of the house. I'd suggest going across the street and getting as far away as you can. So when you're making these different materials, you have flexibility to make them look really pretty. And you can do the same thing on these. I click on them and hit the crop image. And I can make them larger and smaller by pulling the edges, but it's going to keep it in proportion. And go right down the line. I'm going to zip through these real quick so I can show you. And as you click on like the photos, it's going to give you the options that you need to make the changes. Okay. So anything I want to change inside here, it is very much like Publisher. You can just go inside and click on those options. You can either click it from inside the flyer, or you can click on this side, and it will allow you to go into that specific thing to make a change. So if I want to erase these A14s, I can just go in and delete that. Because there's things missing that weren't pulled from trend, I can add them in. So let's put 1971. 25 acres. 8 stories, everything else is inside here. So I can add things inside as well. Down the bottom, I can even change out, my contact information as well. If there's something in addition I want to add down in the contact information, I can click inside there and make those changes as well. Now another feature that you can do if you want to do something customized is actually tilt the images. So when you click on them, you have this little bar at the top. So if you wanted to tilt them a little bit to be a little more dramatic, you can do that. Even if you want to take the title, maybe I want to tilt it a little bit like there and pull it down, I can make that change. So there is some flexibility.
Gina.
Yes.
Why won't it pull from trend if I put in the MLS number?
You have to have your IDX on your site. If you're just putting in a trend number, it will not pull. Yeah, you have to have, so we have to get you set up if you're not already set up. I'll give you that form. We'll set you up. And then you'll have the option of picking your listings. They pull from trend, you can pick your listings.
Okay.
And it will all pull right in for you.
All right.
See, here's my little.
What was the question?
How come it won't pull from the MLS number?
See how
Can I
you see
ask
that?
layer up?
Yes, you definitely can. Layer up and layer down. If I wanted to click on a certain image, say I wanted to put this in front,
And I don't have.
and I want to put this behind, that would actually change it being in front of the picture or behind the picture. So I can do layer down,
Right.
and I will put it behind it. So if I happen to have a picture that, if this was behind already, I wanted to pull it to the front because I was layering it, it would pull to the front. There's different things inside here now. You can actually, if there's, like I wanted to get rid of this picture, all I would need to do is click on it and then click the remove image button, and that would get rid of that picture completely. So like on this picture, I wanted to link it directly to a website. I can do that as well. I can click on the photo, I can click link image, and then just put in the website to where I want it to go. And then when that flyer is sent out through an email or if it's online somewhere, you can actually click on that and it would pop up to the website.
I have a quick question.
Gina, how did you get all of those icons at the top? Because I only have down to redo.
Anytime you click on a picture, it'll get, you have certain
It'll-
icons that pop up.
just
So if
general.
you click on a photo, that can be, there are the edit buttons that are available for the photo.
There we go.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it. I wasn't changing the photo, so I didn't.
That's okay. And different ones will pop up depending upon what you're clicking.
Okay.
Switches the image, the vision. So it would be backwards. Yeah, okay, so the crop button is here. Replace image. If for any reason you want to switch that picture out, you can click replace image, and it'll keep the proportions. So we can go into browse, and I'm just going to pick a house photo that I have inside here. Let's see. I don't have the front of the house. I'm picking an inside picture. Let's just pick that for now. And it'll actually replace that photo with the other photo that I bring in.
I like that.
And then if I want to crop the photo, then I'd go back into this crop button again, and it'll give me those dimensions to crop it. Okay, now here's a forward-backwards thing, Mary Lou, that you were talking about. Now I put this new photo in, and my text is sitting behind it. That's when you would use this layer button. So I'm going to do the layer down, because I want to hide it behind, so that my text and my photos come up front. So that would come back up front again. And then if I want to change the color of that, because it seems like it's getting lost, maybe I want to change it to black, I can just pick the colors, and that would change that color to black. And then I'd send it back. So it's inside there. So as when you click on the photos, there's not a whole lot of different things up top. I think we went through all of them now. When you click on the text, there's a whole lot more, like Word, that you can work with. You can change the font, you can change the size.
Okay. Style.
Any text you click on the flyer, when you click on the text, it'll give you this whole new toolbar of options. So you can click on, make it bold, italic, underline, change the color. You can indent or increase the indent.
Is there bullets? Yep, there is.
There's bullets right here. There's numbers as well. If you want to copy something and then paste it somewhere else, you can make a duplicate of that as well. To copy it. And then paste it. Well, at the inside. Now, there is one thing I wanted to point out. It's called this Save as Article button. Now, if you have a lot of text you're using, you're using for all your materials, it's a way to have a lead-in. So what we can do is actually click on that text and save article as, and give it a name. So I can just say Gina's lead-in text, and save it. So now, anytime I'm working on a flyer, if there's specific words that I want, I can go into load article, it'll save whatever I just put in there. And then Gina's lead-in text that I just typed is actually inside here now. And it was all this text, so it's going to paste it in there. So it's kind of like having a Word document and having text that you use on everything, but
So
it's
you
just
have to
saved.
title it, and then it'll list them under that save article as?
Mhm.
Okay.
So anytime you want to go in and there's, like if you always start your, this beautiful house just listed by the Bobby Kirshner team. If you always started out with that, you could just plug that in there, and instead of retyping that entry every time, you just go inside, load the article, find the text,
Wow.
and then it will click it right in. Like this one, I have beautiful Heart of Montgomery County. This I just have this couple paragraphs. So I'm going to go back to Gina lead-in text, and that'll put that text inside there. So I know before there was an option where you can click some ideas for lead-in text. Now you actually have to create some of your own. There's articles in here, but I have yet to find a place where they have lead-in text like before. So you kind of have to make a couple of your own if you want to get them started to put inside there. And if you have a general, some people might have a general write-up that they use for every property. They might just switch out the first or second sentence and they kind of talk about the home as they're going through. You can plug that in, and that way you just know to customize certain things. But if you're putting it in trend first and you're pulling it in, you might already have it pre-written, but if you're going kind of backwards and going in here first, it's just a way if you want to add more to your flyers. So I'm going to save this flyer. And sometimes it saves immediately, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, once you click the save button, it's going to ask you if you want to exit the editor or if you want to keep on making changes to it. So it gives you that option if you want to go back in and you see something else, or if you just want to get out of the editor. And then the next thing is, have you previewed your piece and have you verified your profile information? So we just want to say yes. Okay, now that marketing piece is going to be in my saved pieces. Now when you're first working, whatever the last piece is you worked on, you're going to have this pop up right away. But if for any reason you got out of it and you went in later on, you could just go in and click on flyers and find that flyer and click on it and open it up. So once you're at this level where you're looking at it, you can go in and actually preview what it's going to look like in an email and what it's going to look like in a print piece. Let's do a quick print piece preview. And it's actually going to download as a PDF so you can view it. So that's what the printed piece is going to look like if I go and print it out. Now when you do it in an email, it's going to look a little different, but very similar.
Gina, I couldn't figure out how to get it on Facebook.
That's another little glitch that we're working on. That's sweet. I'm already on that one. That's like,
Of course you are.
I was surprised I wasn't the first one.
okay, be nice to the instructor.
Leave her Facebook practices alone now.
I'm not saying it, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna give this a second.
Yeah, this is how mine works.
Yeah, usually they pop by around once in a while like this. Has anybody else been playing around when they see it takes a little longer than usual for the, okay, sometimes it works right away, and sometimes we hit a wall a little bit.
It did that in my green sheet foundation, and then it just killed everything. So I had to re-enter.
Now, normally there is a preview, and you know, this has only been out for a week, and there are a couple little things here and there that we run into, and they're well aware of it, and that was another little thing, but we'll show you how to get through that. If I wanted to go back in and edit that flyer for any reason, I can go on the Create Edit button right here. If I want to print it directly to the desktop, I click Desktop Print, and it will actually give me a PDF file. So just remember, it's going to be a print-ready file where you can't edit, so make sure that all the changes you want are done, because once it's a PDF file, unless you have a PDF editor, you really can't go in there and change it.
Yeah.
There is order printing, like before, if you want to send it out to a professional place. Melinda, I know you do postcards, you send things out a lot. You can go in there as well and order them. They'll ship them directly to where you want, or they'll send them back to you, and like Melinda likes to customize, she writes all hers out for the personal touch. You can do that as well. Email, let me click on that one. Okay, pop back up, let me try. So if I'm going to email it, I'm going to click on the email button. Here we go. Now that email button is actually going to give me a list of all of my contacts. Now I know I've been telling everybody forever and ever how important contacts are. Anyone who's going to receive any of these materials has to be in your contacts. If you haven't already uploaded contacts, you're not quite sure, let me know. I can quickly walk you through how to do that. If we have time at the end of this class, I will show you as well. But all your contacts are going to be in here where you want to send it to. So I can actually send it to every contact I know. And if it's a new listing, that's a great thing to send it to every contact that I know. Or I can just send it to a specific person. I'm just going to go down to S. It's an order of last name. So I'm going to go to myself, which is right here. So I just click on me. And then I can put a subject. I'm going to put new listing in King of Prussia. And then I can type in something inside here. Check out my new listing in King of Prussia. Click below to find out more. And then once I click in there, I can actually preview what that email's going to look like.
Yes. There you
There
go.
we go. Okay.
Okay, so here's the email. And as you can see, it has all the contact information, and here's those links I was talking to you about when you put in your Facebook and your blog. You can actually click right on those links and it'll take you directly to them pages, which is really cool.
See what? What is it?
This is a preview of the email that's going out. So you can actually, when they get the email, they'll be able to click directly onto these links, take you directly to like my Facebook page. Jill.
Question for you, if you have a contact in there, like I came across a problem where I was trying to just send out an email through contacts, but Joy Marie already had that person set up as a contact in her eEdge. And it said, you can't have both contacts.
Because you're working as a team?
It's not set up as a team, I don't know why. Like, I even just tried to send one as an example to myself, just to see what it looked like, and it's saying, since she already has me set up, that, I guess it came up as my email address is already being used by someone else, kind of a
Now
thing.
that will happen if you put in, like if I put in my name twice in my own, that would happen. Rochelle, you're not hitting that wall, are you?
If I may put in a contact that I have a phone number for, but not quite their email address, I don't have their email address yet, but eEdge won't let you enter it, if I put in like a fake email address, like
Right.
need1@gmail.com, if I forget what number I'm up to, it'll tell you, you can't use that Gmail number, that address because it's in use by.
It's been used. I know when it's your own individual, I can't enter somebody in there twice with the same
Right.
email
Right,
address.
and maybe that's why it's stopping me,
It
but I don't
could be
think,
because somehow you guys are connected because it's a team thing.
I don't know.
We'll look into that and find out why, because that way it doesn't want you sending the same email out to the same person over and over. It's kind of like a wall they're putting up for that.
Yeah, well, you know what, I mean, I get like even the monthly newsletters, like I get one from you, I get one from Jack Dole, and I get one from Joy Marie, like I get one from a couple people. Like, how is it working that way? You know what I mean?
Because we're not all on a team with you, which is why I'm thinking there's something tied in. Joy Marie may have checked off team on hers
Right.
and put in like your email address
Yeah,
or
so
your
kind of-
contact, so that blocks you. I think when it's set up as a team and somebody else is already mailing to a particular person, it's
Can't
not
mail.
gonna let everybody in the whole team mail to that person.
Gotcha, okay.
Because then it's very repetitive. I think that's just like a safeguard in the system.
I know.
Because you should be able to use your own email address. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is a preview of what the email's gonna look like when it actually pops up. It's an HTML email, so it will pop up with the photo. There's no link or anything. It'll pop up right away for you to see. Okay, now there is another option here as well, is to post to the website. And if you posted flyers before, you probably saw that they would pop up right away where you see a photo, and you click on the photo, like an HTML pin to kind of see what it's gonna look like. That's another thing that we're working on that we can't quite figure out why it's not popping up.
I couldn't get this to work last night.
I think they're working on that as well, because right now when you click that link, if you wanted to just have plain text or a greeting, to get that link to put onto Craigslist or Facebook, you can hit the generate campaign, and it'll give you a link of what to use. And I'm actually happy if it's not popping up, because that means they're working on that problem.
Right, this just spun last night for a long time, so I didn't get that
Okay,
far.
so here's a link you would use, and you'd actually copy, now normally you just copy and paste that. I'm just gonna go onto a blank site. So it actually has its own site now, that flyer that I created, so I can give that link to anyone to open it up online. So if you want to post that inside your website, or if you want to take that link and you want to use it on Craigslist, just to post the flyer, you can do that as well. Now, I'm going to go into Facebook real quick and show you how it used to work and see if it's working now. Normally you just click that link when you're inside Facebook, and then it would pull up the photo of like a preview thumbnail of the image. As of right this minute, that's not working, but me and Rochelle found that out yesterday, and we were right on it, and we talked to the help desk, and they know it's an issue, so I'm hoping why it's being a little slow is they'll have that figured out.